Okay, question 5. So, this rectangular frame is made from 5 straight pieces of metal. So we've got a diagram representing the frame made up of 5 straight pieces of metal. The weight of the metal is 1.5 kilograms per meter. Work out the total weight of the metal in the frame. Alright, so have a little go at that and I'll come back with the solution. Okay, so let's have a little think about this. We have got a rectangular frame made up of 5 pieces of metal. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. And the 5th one is the diagonal bit, which I've labelled X, because we know the lengths of the 4 pieces. We've got one, this side is 12, so the other side must be 12, as it's a rectangle. This bit's 5, and the opposite side is 5. But the diagonal we don't know. Okay, so that seems to be the first thing that we need to work out. And we're looking at this as a right angle triangle. So this is like the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle. So we've got a Pythagoras question here. So Pythagoras tends to be hidden now within problems, and you have to spot that it's Pythagoras. How do we work out Pythagoras? Well, we need to do a squared plus b squared, and that will give us c squared. So I've got 12 squared plus 5 squared, and then that should give us the x squared, okay, the x side squared. So 12 squared is 144, and 5 squared is 25. If you add them together, you'll get 169, and that is the square of this side here. So to work out the actual length of x, we're going to need to square root. So we always square root our answer at the end of Pythagoras. So we're going to square root 169, and without a calculator, we need to know that that's 13. And one of the clues is it ends in a 9, and if we square root a 9, we'll end up with a 3. So even if we didn't know that, 12 squared is 144, and 169 is a bit bigger than 12, so the clues are there that the answer is 13. Okay. Moving on from that, we need to work out the total length of the 5 pieces when we add them all together. So let's add up the total length. We've got our 2 12s, our 2 5s, and our 13 that we worked out. That adds up to 47 meters. And it says here the weight of the metal is 1.5 kilograms per meter. So for every meter, it's going to weigh 1.5 kilograms. We've got 47 meters. So we're going to need to multiply that by the weight. So we're going to do 47 times 1.5. And a way of doing it without a calculator might be to do 47 times 1 first, which is just 47. And then to do 47 times a half, which is just half of 47. So that's going to be 23.5 if you half 47. And you add those together and you get a total weight of 70.5. Okay, and that's the final answer for this question here. Having a look at the mark scheme, it's pretty much the steps that we've shown. So you get the first mark for doing 5 squared plus 12 squared. So starting the process of using Pythagoras. Then you get another mark for working out the square root of 169, which is 13. And then by adding up all the pieces to get the total length, is to get 47, will give you the next mark. And then timesing that by 1.5 will give you the 4th mark. And if you work that out correctly, then you'll get the total 5 marks. How did people do in this question? Well, have a quick look. You've got 18% of people didn't get any marks on this, so they didn't know how to start it. They couldn't see that it was Pythagoras, and they wouldn't have worked out that middle piece of metal's length by using Pythagoras. And under 50% got full marks, so only 47.6% of people got full marks on that question. So it's spotting that you've got Pythagoras, and the clues are the right angle triangles, and you're trying to work out one side of a right angle triangle. That's where you need to be thinking about Pythagoras.